Good morning, students. Um, Today we are going to study the next topic, that is LC circuit. Okay, students, we are continuously studying the chapter 7, that is alternating current, and the topic is LC circuit. In last topic we have completed the two topics. In last session we have completed two topics. First one was LR circuit and second one was RC circuit. Okay. Today we are going to study in detail about LC circuit. You can see the circuit arrangement on the board. You can see here. In this type of circuit, you can see an inductor of inductance L and a capacitor of capacitance C are connected in series with a voltage source. The equation of this voltage, or you can say AC voltage, is given by V is equal to V naught sin omega t. This equation is chosen. Okay, you can take in form like E is equal to E naught sin omega t. In some of the book, the equation is given in form of V, and in some book it is given in form of E. So you can use any one of them. Okay, you can also take cos at place of sin. So you can write the equation V is equal to V naught cos omega t or E is equal to E naught cos omega t. So it depends on your choice. Okay, but here in general we are taking the form like V is equal to V naught sin omega t. Okay, now we are ready to find out the phase difference between the voltage and current. So in pure inductive circuit we know that the voltage VL is leading by the current, voltage VL leading to the current I with the voltage with the phase pi by 2, and in pure capacitive circuit the current I is leading to voltage VC by phase pi by 2. Okay, so you can see the phasor diagram for this inductor and this capacitor is presented in this figure. So let's see, you can take here L is the inductance of the inductor which is used in this circuit. C is capacitance of capacitor which is used in this circuit. Okay, now across L, if you are talking about across L, the VL is leading by a phase pi by 2 to the current I, and in capacitor C the voltage developed across the capacitor is lagging by a phase pi by 2 to the current I. So the basic information of the circuit is shown on this board, and you can pause your video and you can write it down in your copy. Okay, so I am going to erase these things which are shown here, and I am going to draw the phasor diagram for this circuit, which is the most important part and by which we can find out the resonance condition of this circuit, which is very important topic, and our main aim is to find out the resonance condition and the resonance frequency for this LC circuit. Okay, so pause your video and note it down. I am going to erase these things which are shown here. We will use this equation only because we are just choosing the equation in form of V is equal to V naught sin omega t. You can take the form E is equal to E naught sin omega t. So I am going to take this form. So I am erasing this one here. Okay. Now we are ready to draw the phasor diagram for this LC circuit. So let's see the phasor diagram. This one is the x-axis and this one is y-axis. The current I is along x-axis, it is chosen. देखिए यहाँ पे जो x-axis के along current लिया गया है, इसको आप अपने अकॉर्डिंग चूज कर सकते हैं. कोई जरूरी नहीं कि हम x-axis पे ही लें, बट हम x-axis पे यहाँ पे ले रहे हैं इसको. ठीक है, अब आप देख रहे हैं यहाँ पे the VL, which is the potential developed across the inductor L, is leading by a phase pi by 2 to the current. So it must draw along positive y axis, so that it is leading by the current by a phase pi by 2. You can see here. Now if we are talking about the capacitor C, you can see the voltage developed across the capacitor plates is lagging to the current I by a phase pi by 2. So we can draw on the same axis VC's along negative y axis, so that you can see the current I is leading to the VC by a phase, that is pi by 2. Now this is the phasor diagram for this LC circuit. You can see the combined phasor diagram for complete circuit. Here I is drawn on x axis, VL on y axis and VC on negative y axis, and these satisfy all the conditions of the LC circuit which we have already discussed. Okay, so you can draw this phasor diagram. This is very important part for this circuit, and by this diagram we can calculate all the other things like the net impedance of the circuit, the net voltage, then the resonance condition and resonance frequency. So you should draw this in your copy. Now let's see, here we are taking VL and VC are the vectors, okay, and by our assumption we are taking here the VL is greater than VC. You can choose VC is greater than VL, it is your choice only. Okay, so in this case if we take, if VL is greater than VC, this is just a case, you can take VC is greater than VL. Okay, so if VL is greater than VC, and you can see VL and VC are taken as a vector and they are opposite to each other, so the net voltage of the complete circuit is given by V is equal to VL minus VC, because this VL is greater than this VC. If you take VC is greater than VL, you should write here VC minus VL. Okay, so now we can write here V is equal to, now VL is equal to I into XL. According to Ohm's law, you know that V is equal to IR, but this one is not a resistance. So at the place of resistance, we must use the resistance offered by the inductor. So you can write VL is equal to IXL, where XL is the resistance offered by this inductor in path of the AC circuit. Similarly for VC you should write IXC, because the XC is resistance offered by this capacitor in path of the AC current. So you can use IXL at place of VL and IXC at place of VC. Now you can take common current I, so you can write I XL minus XC. Okay, and now you can write V by I is equal to XL minus XC. You can write, you can see here on the left hand side, this one is V upon I is equal to XL minus XC. So this one has dimension of the resistance. It means this is the net effective impedance, or you can say resistance of this circuit, and this is equal to the resistance offered by the inductor minus resistance offered by capacitor. But if VC is greater than VL, then this will be XC minus XL. This one is the formula for net impedance of this circuit. So you should write down this in your copy by pausing the video, and I am going to erase this part because our next aim is to find out the resonance condition and resonance frequency. Okay, so I am going to erase this part. So we have seen that the net impedance or net effective resistance of this circuit can be written by XL minus XC, and this one has the dimension of resistance, so you can write this one like XL minus XC. We are using this symbol Z for the net effective impedance of this circuit. In AC we are using Z for the net effective resistance. Okay, so this one is the equation of net effective resistance. Now what is the resonance condition of this circuit? So resonance condition is defined by resonance condition. So resonance condition is defined by XL is equal to XC. When XL and XC in a LC circuit becomes equal, then this case is known as the resonance condition. Okay, so if these two are equal, then what happened? Let's see. We know that since we know XL can be written as omega into L, where omega is the angular frequency of the applied voltage. Here you can see the omega. And XC can be written by 1 upon omega into C. Here again this one is the angular frequency of the applied voltage. You can see omega here. Okay. Now this L is the inductance of the inductor which is used in this circuit, and this C is the capacitance of the capacitor which is used in this circuit. Now according to resonance condition, these two must be equal to each other. So you can equate these two parts of right hand side, because left hand side should be equal according to the condition. So if we equate this right hand side, we will get omega L is equal to 1 upon omega into C. Now you can rearrange the equation and you will get omega square is equal to 1 upon L into C. Or you can write omega is equal to 1 upon under root LC. So this one is the equation of the angular frequency in resonance condition of AC circuit. Okay. Now you can also change this equation in form of frequency F. This one is the angular frequency. This is not frequency, but this one is angular frequency. So if you want to write down the equation in form of frequency, you can replace this omega by 2 pi into frequency of the applied voltage. So I am going to write this here. इस पार्ट को यहाँ पे लिख देते हैं. ओमेगा के यहाँ पे आप लिख सकते हैं 2 pi into f, where f is the frequency, is equal to 1 upon L C under root. Now you can write f is equal to 1 upon 2 pi under root L C. So this is the equation of angular frequency of resonance condition of LC circuit. Okay. So students, this one is very important topic related to alternating current. This circuit is very important, and the most important is the resonance condition. Okay, and the frequency in resonance condition is given by f is equal to 1 upon 2 pi under root LC. This is also known as resonance frequency of the LC circuit. Okay. So I hope you understand this topic, that is LC circuit. So you should note down all these topics. These are very important and it will help you to solve the questions based on this topic. Okay. So pause your video and note it down. Now we are ready to study the next topic, that is LCR circuit. Okay. So our next topic is LCR circuit. First note down all these things and then we will study LCR circuit. So students, I am going to erase these things and I am going to start the next topic, that is LCR circuit. Okay, and if you have already completed that topic, that is LCR circuit, so you should try to revise that topic by yourself. So take your copy and pen and try to complete that topic before I am going to complete it on here, and then you can check whether your derivations are right or there is any mistake, so you can do by yourself. So let's see, next topic is LCR circuit. So you can see here, students, you can see here, since this circuit contains all the elements, means inductor, capacitor and resistor, this is the most important topic of this chapter because this contains all the elements together. Okay, so try to understand this topic more carefully. The circuit can be drawn like this: one resistor, then an inductor and a capacitor are connected in series with a source of alternating EMF V is equal to V naught sin omega t. Okay, and this one is the resistor R, inductor L, capacitor C. Now you can draw the phase relation in current and voltage along all the components. Since these three components are in series, it means current I is flowing through all the elements will be same. This is the characteristics of series circuit. Okay, so that it is mentioned here, that is I is current flowing in the resistor, then inductor, then capacitor. This I will be same. But the voltage developed across R, L and C are in different phases. So along R we know that the voltage developed, that is VR, and current I are in same phase. So you can see both are parallel to each other. Now in inductor, voltage VL is leading to current by a phase pi by 2, so it is drawn like this. You can see VL is leading by pi by 2 to current I. And across capacitor, current I is leading to the voltage VC by a phase pi by 2. So these are the phases of voltage and current across the resistor, across inductor, across capacitor. You can see here. And LCR circuit is written here. This is the topic. Student, there may be series and parallel LCR circuit, but in your syllabus there is only series LCR circuit. Okay, so in your syllabus we are going to study series LCR circuit. This is part of your syllabus. Okay, so let's see about the elements of this circuit. रेड बटन नहीं, जो पैरेलल लाइन बना हुआ है।
हाँ ये
So student, let's see, you can see here R is the resistance of the resistor. Resistance of the resistor. L is equal to inductance of inductor. And C is capacitance of the capacitor. These are used in this circuit. Okay, so note down about these things. Now we are going to see the phase relationship. So in R you can see VR and I are in same phase, or you can say phase difference between I and VR is 0, so that they are drawn parallel to each other. In inductor L, VL and I, then VL is leading by a phase pi by 2 to the current, and in C, VC is leading, sorry, VC is lagging, or you can say in C, I is leading by phase pi by 2 to current I. Okay, so these are the phase along the individual elements of this circuit. Now we are ready to draw the phasor diagram for this complete circuit. So let's see what is the phasor diagram for this whole circuit. So phasor diagram for this circuit. This one is the current I and voltage VR. Okay, along x-axis. You can see these two are in same phase. Then voltage VL, leading to current I by phase pi by 2. Then voltage VC, that is lagging behind the current I by same pi by 2. Now you can see these two are in opposite direction, so their net is given by here, that is VL minus VC. We are taking here VL as greater than VC. Okay, so this one is the resultant of VL and VC. Now you can see this vector and this one is a vector. This vector and the vector VR are perpendicular to each other, so the net effective voltage for this circuit can be found out by using parallelogram law of vectors. So you can see here. Now this one is the net effective voltage for this circuit. So this V is given by, if you write here O, P, Q, S, then this OQ is given by OQ square is equal to OS square plus SQ square. Since you can see here this OSQ is a right angle triangle and this OP, that is VL minus VC, must be equal to the QS. So you can write here the value of OS, that is VR. So you can write VR square plus at the place of SQ you can write OP and then you can write VL minus VC. So you can write VL minus VC whole square. So this is the equation of the net effective voltage for LCR circuit, which is shown here. Now you can write V square is equal to, at the place of VR you can write I into R whole square. Then at place of VL you can write I into XL. Then at place of VC you can write minus I into XC whole square. Now you can take I square common from this side, that is right hand side of the equation. So you can write here I square, then R square in bracket plus XL minus XC whole square. Okay. Now you can rearrange this equation and you will get V square upon I square is equal to this part, that is R square plus in bracket XL minus XC whole square. And now V by I can be written as this R square plus XL minus XC whole square to the power 1 by 2, or you can say it is in under root. So you can see here this part, that is this one is have dimension of resistance of this circuit. So this one is the effective impedance of this LCR series circuit. You can replace this V by I by the letter Z, because this is the symbol for the net effective impedance. So you can write here Z. Okay, so try to note down these things, because I am going to raise, so that we will discuss other things, that is the equation of the current, and then what is the condition of resonance in this circuit, and in that case the effective resistance of this circuit. Okay, so you can pause this video and you can note down these things. So pause video and note down. I am going to erase this part. Okay, you can see here this one is the effective resistance. So here you can see the effective resistance Z is equal to under root R square plus XL minus XC whole square. So this one is the effective resistance of this circuit. Now current in this circuit is given by I is equal to V by Z, where the value of V is V naught sin omega t, and upon value of Z is under root R square plus XL minus XC whole square. Okay, so by this equation you can find out the current of this circuit. But now we are ready to find out the resonance condition and the resistance of this circuit in resonance condition. Okay, so you should note down these things. Resonance condition. Resonance condition is same, that is XL minus XC is equal to 0, or you can say XL should be equal to XC. So if this is the resonance condition, you can see here the impedance of this circuit in resonance condition is Z is equal to R. So in resonance condition, the circuit offers the minimum resistance in path of the current, or you can say the current will be maximum in this case, that is resonance condition. So if there is LCR circuit and you want to find out the maximum amount of current through the circuit, then you must choose this case, that is known as the resonance condition. In this case, the current in the circuit is maximum and the impedance of circuit is minimum, and that will be equal to the resistance R. You can say pure resistance R of the circuit. Okay. So I hope you understand about the LC and LCR circuit which we have discussed today. Okay, in next session we will discuss LC oscillations. Okay, so thank you for watching this session. Try to solve questions based on this topic. Okay, and these derivations will help you to solve the problems which are given in this chapter. Okay, thank you.